When it comes to picking up bartenders and waitresses, the game begins soon as you enter the venue. Most guys, when they enter a venue, a restaurant, a bar, grill joint, whatever it may be, they play the background and they are somewhat too meek and too reserved in the environment. And that is very typical whenever you enter in a, let's say, a foreign environment where you don't know anyone, you're not a regular, so you're gonna feel somewhat like a fish out of water. So I expect that. But please, remember, once you enter a new venue, a bar, a restaurant, or whatever it may be, you wanna act like a regular in a sense. Okay? But I'll break down what I mean by that in just a bit. So whenever you enter the venue, you want to project your voice. If you're ordering something to eat or drink, you want to project your voice. You don't want to be too meek and too subdued. You want to project yourself as if you are known in the venue already. You're a regular in a sense, so there's no need for you to act like a total stranger. Another key pointer when it comes to picking up bartenders and waitresses. A lot of guys approach them or approach the idea of chatting them up and picking them up as if they, meaning the bartenders and waitresses, are of higher value. The fucking reality is they are of lower value in every sense. Okay, this is economically, financial wise. So bartenders and waitresses are actually at the bottom of the totem pole. But the average guy, they approach them and approach the situation as though these girls are of higher value and higher quality just based on appearances and looks alone. So that is where most guys kill themselves before the game even begins. So keep that in mind whenever you're chatting up waitresses and bartenders. They are of lower or lesser value than you are. So when you look at things from that frame, you get rid of the jitters per se. You're no longer operating on a frame of the girl is up here and I'm down here. You're operating on equal plane or of unfair plane, unfair terms, but with her being the one of lesser value. So this mindset and this frame totally will eradicate your fears of approaching and chatting up bartenders or waitresses. By no means do I mean to come off as an obnoxious regular that everyone fucking hates. You don't want to be that guy who's, let's say, screaming and shouting at everyone in the bar, pissy drunk or half drunk, and the guy that everyone is waiting on to leave. You don't want to be that regular in that sense. So you want to come off as though you're a regular, but you are somewhat reserved in the environment. Although you're speaking with a tonality as though you own the shit. So that is one key aspect I want you guys to really zone in and hone actually. Okay, let me touch on tonality and voice projection for just a bit. One of the key problems with guys whenever they enter the establishment, a bar or a restaurant, is that they speak so lowly that it actually kills their chances before they even get out of the gate. And whenever the waitress have to go like, excuse me, pardon me, what do you say? You're already off to a bad start. So you want to always project your voice in a loud manner, in a loud tone, loud enough so whoever's around could hear you. They probably won't be able to pick out what you're saying, but you want to speak as though you're talking to a group. And this is where the lack of fear actually comes in. So you have to be able to rein in your fears and put that shit in fucking check. That you're not worried about the girl or the guy next to you or next to the girl you're chatting up, the waitress or bartender, because you're not looking to please them. So you want to project your voice. Alright, this little tip here I like to call the boss's touch. It's when you're at a restaurant and you're sitting down or you're at the bar stool and you want to drink. You want to order something to eat. How a boss would go about it is actually have the bartender or the waitress come to him. This is common knowledge, but still at the bar, I see a lot of guys actually get up and approach the bartender or the waitress girl in order to place an order. To me, I find that doing so actually lowers your value, and it diminishes any possible attraction that the girl could have or would have had for you. So you want to have the boss's touch, where if you're ordering a drink or food or something to eat or snacks or whatnot, you want to call the bartender or the waitress over. I've been over here trying to get your attention for like half an hour, and you rudely ignored me. Nah, I'm joking. Let me get a strawberry slushy thing. Okay, lastly, what should you say to the waitress slash bartender? Verbal game. The reality is there's no tailor-made specific verbal game for a bar setting or for picking up bartenders and waitresses. A lot of guys get hung up on that, and it's really not that serious. Your usual game, your usual gambit, whatever that is what you use, whether you're inside a bar environment or not. So you don't want to be talking to the bartender or waitress about her job. Alright, so job specific game is not important in this sense. Yeah, I'm a rebel, but I still got a heart.
Thank you.
You come in? Okay, bon appetit. Oh, nice. Or you more like a WhatsApp too?
I do both.
Hang out. So maybe next time I'm over, we could chill out. What is actually important is that you pay attention to the 3 keys that I actually mentioned. Firstly, you want to project your voice as soon as you get in the environment. Whether you're ordering a drink or food, you want to project your voice. Secondly, you want to have the boss's mentality with the way you talk to the girls in the venue. Alright? And thirdly, you want to be the regular, but not in the sense of the obnoxious regular, but the guy who's comfortable in the environment. So you never seen any converses like this before? Never? Wow. So you like Converse too? That's all I wear. All I wear. The only sneakers I bought for the past 10 years.